Hedge Liam, this is Liam in for bear. Someone stars rough.js on NPM, reads a library that lets you draw in a sketchy, hand-drawn-like style and moves on. 3 million weekly downloads. I asked Claude to tear down the repo. Turns out the README is the least interesting thing about it. Quick version before we dig in. Rough.js is a tiny library that 3 million projects a week use to make graphics look hand-drawn, and almost nobody ever opens it up. We're going to, one small repo, read end-to-end to answer one question. What is this thing really under the README, and would you trust it in your own project? By the end you'll know, and then you'll watch it draw. The README calls it a drawing library. The entry point rough.ts is 22 lines, 3 factory constructors, a new seed call, no logic. The actual work is in renderer. TS, 533 lines, 34% of the whole source tree. The API surface is a shell. The engine is elsewhere. The full source is 572 lines. Renderer, TS owns 533, that's 34% of the library in a single file. Generator, TS is next at 311. After that it drops fast. Canvas and SVG adapters under 150 each, 8 filler modules for hasher patterns, the entry point at 22. If rough.js breaks, it breaks in one file. 4 dependencies, all 4 are by the same author, hasher fill, path data parser, points on curve, points on path. Preet published everyone, no React, no D3, no Ladesh, just a private geometry stack published on NPM. The lock file tells you what rough.js actually is, a seeded vector perturbation engine. The test script is 4 words that mean nothing, echo, error, no test specified, exit 1. The .github folder has a single file, funding, iml, 2 lines asking for GitHub sponsors and open collective support, no SI, no workflows, no coverage gate, 3 million weekly downloads, no net. 455 of 469 commits are Preet, 2 Git identities, 1 author, 97% of the history. The velocity chart hits a cliff at November 2023, that's the last substantive push. Rough.js is not abandoned, it's finished, but if a browser API shifts under it, no one is watching. Rough.js is a seeded vector perturbation engine, not a drawing library. The real architecture, 533 lines of renderer, each stroke drawn twice with random offsets controlled by a seeded RNG. The 3 risks, no tests, any change ships on instinct. 1 author, last commit November 2023, and seed 0, the default is falsy in JavaScript, falls back to math. Random, not deterministic by default. So watch what those 533 lines actually do. Here's a plain rectangle, 4 straight sides. Now rough.js draws it. Same corners, but every edge gets nudged along a seeded random path so it looks hand-sketched. Circles, lines, fills, all the same nudge. And it's seeded, not random. Change the seed, the wobble changes. Pass the same seed again, you get the exact same drawing every time. That's the whole trick. It isn't drawing, it's perturbing. Take this into your own session. The prompt, pick a small open source library I actually use. Run the 10-lens teardown entry point dependencies architecture, 1 real trace, test coverage, contributor history. Lead with the most incriminating finding. What's worth doing, run this before you add any dependency. The README tells you what the author wants to sell you. The 10-lens tells you what you're actually running. Rough.js ripped open, Liam in for bear.